I will say any day is a good day when I do get to chat with Sofia Carson. So what's
You're
shaking?
so sweet. I am so happy to be talking to you. I'm so happy that my song is out. Just grateful. How are you?
I'm terrific. I'm really hyped that I get to catch up with you today. The new single, Fool's Gold, bravo.
Thank you. I had to wear gold to commemorate.
It's the appropriate color. It's the signature color. I get it.
Exactly.
I'm loving the new song. If you want the Barbie Joe take on the song, it's kind of like,
Please.
you've hit a roadblock in a new relationship, and maybe you don't know if it's, a romance or a showmance.
Well said. I've never heard that word before, showmance. That's a good one.
When you work in entertainment, you get a lot of these fun words like down.
Yeah, that's a great one. Showmance. I gotta use that.
Hopefully you never experience one yourself.
Yeah,
It's always
hopefully I don't experience that.
What's your take and meaning behind the song?
So, Fool's Gold to me is the beginning of a story that I'm sharing with the world. And our story begins at the beginning of love. And it's a girl who is at the cusp of falling heart first into a love that feels too good to be true. And I wanted the visual story to really bring that to life. So I decided to tell the story through the concept of fire, because fire means the beginning or the birth of something. And that's what this song symbolizes. But also because in the game of love, she's kind of metaphorically playing with fire and falling for a guy that feels perhaps too good to be true. So that's kind of our story.
Well, a lot of videos you can say, "Oh, that's fire," but your video is literally
Literally.
on fire.
Literally, yep. We went for it.
I'm loving the flaming manicure. I'm like, girl, where
I
can I get
know.
one of those?
Can I just tell you, I always, my whole life, I've always done short, square nails. I've never had long nails. But in the video, I was like, if I'm going to have flaming fingertips, I have to have long nails. And since then, I haven't been able to go back to short. So I'm like super into although I don't have flames on my fingers at the moment. I don't have that kind of power in real life, but it was definitely a lot of fun to play with that.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. And you can rock that. Like, I have no manicure right now. I'm in desperate need of one. But I'm like you. I always wanted to do the pointy ones. And I'm like, I can't manage anything that way. I can't.
That's what I thought. They're at a good length, so I can still manage. I mean, any longer, I'm like, I don't know how people function.
I will tell you, at my dance studio, the little ones, they're so cute. They love the Descendants decals for the nails.
Oh, that's so cute.
So you're a big hit at Prestige Dance Studio.
Oh, at Prestige Dance Studio for nail decals. I'm honored. Please tell them that I say hi. Tell them that Evie says hi.
They're going to be thrilled you just gave them a shout out. Absolutely.
Oh.
But let's get back to the music. I feel like you're so heavily involved now. This might be like a new era of Sofia in the writing process now more than ever. I mean, usually you write about what you're experiencing or what you're experiencing in the time and in the moment. This past year, writing, what's it been like for you?
It has been the greatest gift, really, to be able to create music in the middle of all of this. And especially from the top of the year till now, I've been in the studio perhaps more than ever. And it's been like I know we say that a lot as artists, but it took a whole new meaning to like the word sanctuary or your therapy, or it's been such a blessing to create something beautiful in the midst of such darkness, and especially now where we're kind of getting closer to seeing the light, and you kind of feel this like bubbled up electricity everywhere, where everyone's like, okay, we're almost there. And when it does go back to normal, I feel like it's going to be this explosion of music and just happiness and life.
Bring me back to live music, a live concert. I can't wait. What's the first live concert you would want to go to?
I haven't even thought of that. Anything. I'll take anything. I'll take a piano bar. I'll take a guy on the street playing piano. Like, I'll take any kind of live music. I don't know. The first concert I would want to go to, who would you want to see?
I keep saying this over and over again because I just think she's like this dominantly fierce girl. Dua Lipa.
Dua Lipa. I knew you were going to say that. Plus, her music also is really feel good. So that could be a really cool one to go to.
Yeah, I felt like that album, Future Nostalgia, was like the COVID album for me because it came out at the beginning of COVID. And kind of went the length. Do you have one of those? Do you have
I mean, definitely Future Nostalgia was a big one for me during COVID. Who else? Yeah, definitely a lot of Dua Lipa, a lot of Bieber, like all of Bieber's singles, Holy, Lonely, all of those were a lot of COVID for me. I love Rosalia. I love Phineas. I always love Phineas. Billy too. But I think Dua was a big one for a lot of us, I think.
Yeah. Speaking of working with some fierce and dominant women, Megan Thee Hottie, you got to work with Megan Thee Stallion.
I did. We're both Revlon ambassadors, so we have a campaign together, which is wild.
There is no surprise to me that you are a face of Revlon. Because I mean it. You're just so gorgeous, and nobody can rock a red lip like you. Like in your music video, the red lip. I'm like, okay, girl.
That's actually Revlon. It's one of my favorite colors. It's so good.
Do you have any makeup hacks or tricks that you could, I love mascara. Like, is there any certain trick you have to putting on mascara or applying your lipstick or anything?
I'm with you on the mascara. Like right now, obviously I have a full face of makeup and I've learned to do it myself too over quarantine, which has been cool. But on a regular day, like just mascara does so much. And I use the Revlon So Fierce. That's my favorite one. It has such a good wand because I really like when they're like separated, but also really elongated.
Yeah.
That's kind of my favorite way to apply mascara. And then for lips, I don't have a trick for lipstick really. I line them and then whether I'm in the mood for gloss or not. Today I'm wearing this, of course it's Revlon, I'm wearing like this gloss over my lipstick, but sometimes I'll do gloss, sometimes I do matte. It depends on the day. And also another big one for me is my eyebrows. Like my eyebrows, I have quite big eyebrows, so I need to keep them like brushed and gelled. And like if I have that in my mascara, then I'm good to go.
Well, they look perfect.
Thank you. They're gelled down.
Did you cut your hair or is it just all chic?
It's fake. It's all hidden.
Oh, you almost had me for a second. I'm like, you give me some hair inspiration. Is it time to chop off this hair?
That's the thing. I've always wanted to, but I haven't quite dared yet. So this is like my in-between. This is like my feeling like I have short hair for a second.
I don't know. Sometimes I feel like my long hair is like, I keep, it's like my safety net. Just
totally.
Like makeup is my safety net at times and my best friend.
There you go. There you go.
So you definitely know how to like own a runway. It's like you walk in and it's like runway looks, girl. For your music video, you have some glam gowns on. Can we talk about the fashion?
Yes, we can. It was a bold fashion statement or fashion story, this whole video. I mean, there's some of my favorite looks I think that I've worn, like the dress that's completely on flames was this Beautiful. Gorgeous Balenciaga. It was like a piece of art. And it was from the shoe. The shoe was connected to the actual, it was all one piece. It was like a onesie bodysuit dress situation.
Oh my goodness, you're kidding me.
No, everything from the shoe was all one piece. So that was amazing. And then when she put it on fire, it was just like otherworldly. I also really loved like the first outfit in the blazer dress, like with the Versace blazer dress, was really fun. And then
it was very like Posh Spice vibe.
Oh my goodness, I'll take it. I love that. You're so right. I hadn't even thought of that. I love that.
Like, who does she remind me of right now? And it was just that look, that chic. I love that black, with the red pop of the lip. It was just so class act though. So
Thank you. And with the red Ferrari, it was just like, it was a cool moment.
Well, that's why I'm like, well, the guy is cute, but let's talk about your other accessory, that Ferrari.
Car, I know. Yes. It's so good.
I'm like, girl, you needed to get behind that wheel and just drive away,
Could you imagine? I just drive away. Goodbye, everyone.
All right, I made a big mistake, but it was a good mistake during the pandemic. I watched a movie called Songbird. I'm like, why am I watching this during a pandemic? Did they approach you before the pandemic and like, hey, we're going to make a movie about a pandemic? No. Or was it during it that it all came to be?
During. The director started writing the movie March 17th, 4 days before the pandemic, a year ago, almost to the day. And it all came together and almost instantaneously. Michael Bay jumped on board. It was the first movie ever shot during the pandemic. But of course, while we were shooting it, it was June and July. it had been thought that by the end of the year, things would perhaps be back to normal. Like we thought the movie would be released in theaters. And it was also kind of based in the future, like as if the pandemic had survived another 2 or 3 years. But yeah, it was the first movie ever shot during a pandemic. And the cast was extraordinary. Demi Moore, Paul Walter Hauser. I know, KJ, the whole cast was incredible. And little me was in there too. I don't know how. It was like such a blessing. I was so grateful to be able to tell that story. And why I loved it so much was because even though it was about a pandemic, and of course that's scary, it was a love story at the end of the day. And it was a story about the power of love being the ultimate beacon of hope for us.
It was really nice to see you in a role that was kind of like a thriller, but like you said, there's the love element to it. Was that fun for you to switch it up?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, it was like nothing I'd ever done before. Nothing like any of us had ever done before, just because of the circumstance that it was shot in and how it was shot. It was a challenge for all of us in every aspect, but just the role itself was like nothing had ever done. It was truly deep, dramatic role, but also thrilling, but also romantic. So it was really exhilarating
I was just screaming, "Don't open the door! Don't do it!"
I know that part. I remember living it, and because we were in a pandemic, everything was so real, So like everything felt so real, and that moment was terrifying.
Any new acting projects? Anything on the horizon?
Actually, yes. This summer I will be starring in and producing and also writing the music for a movie that I've been working on for a couple of years now. And it's called
Triple Threat. I'm loving it.
It's my first time producing, so I'm really excited. And I'll be shooting it this summer.
No details yet? We can't give anything away?
No details yet. That's all I can say for now.
I think the birthday gods tell me someone's celebrating next week. Is this true?
I honestly, you're the first one. I totally forgot, but you're right. My birthday is next week.
Well, girl, you need a redo from last year.
I know, so it's actually quite funny. I tell my sister all the time that my birthday last year didn't count because it was a pandemic birthday, so I'm still technically 26. So this birthday's me turning 27 again.
I love it. So that's it. The unbirthday to, exactly. The redo. We're going to redo it. So sometimes, I like to play a little game, a quick one. And I made this up at the top of my head. I'm calling it Real, Not Fool's Gold, the Sofia Carson edition. And simply it's just 5 questions. It's a speed round and you answer. Let's go. The movie you wish you starred in?
Moulin Rouge.
Oh, good one, girl. You should remake the song too, like with a whole new cast of pop stars. Like I would die.
I would die.
Yeah, the makeup you can't leave the house without wearing.
Eyebrow gel.
All right, you own too many of what?
Shoes.
Yep, I thought you were going to say handbags or shoes for sure. The series you last binge watched.
Oh gosh, of course now I forget. Modern Family, actually, for like the 5th time.
It's a great one. Are you kidding me?
It's a great one.
And the song that makes you get up and dance. Old or new?
Fool's Gold. I threw it in there.
Done. Fool's Gold is the new single. Sofia Carson, I think you are just the most delightful human being that I get to chat with every time. I'm hoping maybe in the future we get
to meet in person.
Yeah, and meet in person. With maybe
absolutely.
A new album or something in the future. I don't know.
Or something. Who knows?
Thank you so much for your time. I wish you the best of luck with everything.
You too, Barbie. Thank you. Sending you my love. Bye.
Bye, girl.